Do you know how we're going to win the gun debate? Take a liberal to the gun range. So I've made a handful of gun rights videos using the typical talking points. Criminals, by definition, don't follow laws. That's why almost all mass shootings happen in gun-free zones. Gun control only disarms innocent people. The only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. Then, of course, the bigger issue is that having guns prevents government tyranny. Dictators throughout history have disarmed the people so they couldn't fight back. And those are all good points, but I feel like they've been repeated time and time again. This is not a new debate, of course. It's been happening for a long, long time. When I make these gun rights videos, sometimes I have to ask myself, am I convincing anyone, or is it more about me just preaching to the choir? Why aren't more people listening? I think there's a bigger underlying issue, and it's simply that many people are afraid of guns. A lot of young people, especially women, have never really been exposed to guns. They didn't have guns in their household growing up, they've never shot one, they've never even held one. People fear the unfamiliar. Fear is an incredibly powerful emotion. It cripples you. You will not listen to anything if you're just plain scared. All the stats and facts will just bounce off. It boils down to, gun! I was exposed to guns and gun safety at a very early age, so I never had that fear about guns. Though I remember when we would have kids coming over to the house to play, it was always, double check to make sure all the guns are locked up and put away because we were told some kids were not taught anything about guns. You can tell that now. When concealed carry on campus is mentioned, some people think you are crazy. They're super uncomfortable with anyone having a gun around them. It's unheard of. As defenseless college students are just sitting prey for some whack job who wants to be famous. If you're ever in that situation, you're just waiting for somebody else with the gun to come and save you. It's a 10-minute wait for the cops to show up versus no wait at all or immediate because you or somebody else in the classroom has a gun and it's concealed. This is not to say that guns will prevent every single tragedy. People get ambushed. Sometimes there isn't enough time to react. What I do know is that if there's a psycho trying to shoot me, I'd much rather have a gun than not have one. Yet other people having guns, especially in public, scares a lot of people. Which is why I think it's super important for gun rights advocates to be respectful. I don't think they're winning any points when they walk into freaking Chipotle with AR-15 strapped to their back. What is that about? It's just obnoxious. It's for show. It's not even practical. Trust me on this. It's not getting people used to seeing guns. It's just reinforcing all the bad, negative stereotypes about gun owners. They think you're nuts. If we want to win the gun debate, more people need to be exposed to guns in a respectful manner. A handful of women have told me they were once anti-gun because they were just so afraid of guns. But that changed after their husbands took them to the gun range, they saw that it was safe, they shot the gun, and now they love shooting and they have their own guns. Take a liberal to the gun range and see if their opinion doesn't change.